everyone. Welcome to the Mercury Virtual. Hope you are doing good. Today I'm going to continue with your same module, that is the web application development, but with a new session, that is session number 13, that is a distributed processing. So now let's start with the previous class session. In the last class, we have finished with the session number 12, that is what are the various code that is used for reuse by which we can reuse a code. That is session number 12 that we have finished in the last class. Today's session is the session number 13, that is a distributed processing, how to distribute the various processing among the various parts. So what is distributed processing? That means processing is done within the distributed network, that is a distributed processing, right? So whenever there are multiple tasks that is processed distributed among the various computers, that is distributed among a network that is connected by the network. So that is so processing task can be distributed among various computers, among several computers, that is connected by a network. That is known as a distributed processing. So whatever the distributed processing, whatever the criteria that we are using, that is distributed among the criteria, that is distributed among the various persons or among the various tasks, that forms a network. So processing task can be distributed among several computers that is connected by a network. In this session, we shall consider two technologies. What are two technologies? One is a client-server approach. One is the host computer, that is a connected clients. So first is the client-side processing. In web applications, many possibilities exist to let the clients do part of the processing. So whatever the client or whatever the processing that is done by the part of the, or that is done as a part of the processing. And transmitting Java applets were among the first client-side scripting or client-side technologies available. So one of the client-side scripting that is available is a client-side technology that is available online, that is a client-side technologies available. Later on, alternative specialized tools for the client-side processing have been developed. So whatever the task, whatever the technology that is available for the processing the task, that is available for specialized tool that is used for the client-side processing that have been developed. And JavaScript is a tool for the client-side processing. So if I'm talking about the client-side processing, that is JavaScript is one of the best example for the client-side processing, which today can be used in connection with most popular browser software. So whatever the most popular browser software that is available, that is using the JavaScript for the client-side scripting. That is used for the JavaScript or that is used for the client-side scripting. And Macromedia Flash has become very popular and powerful as another tool for the client-side processing. So one of the example is the JavaScript, another example is the Macromedia Flash that has become very popular and powerful tool for the client-side processing. And it can be combined with the Cold Fusion by means of the Flash reporting or Flash remoting that is used as an interface between the Flash processing on the client side and Cold Fusion on the server side. So these are the two languages that is, or these are the two parts that is used on a client side and that is used on the server side. So on the client side, or the Flash processing can be done on the client side, and the Cold Fusion is used on the server side. The next is the JavaScript. So in this session, we shall review the JavaScript that is combined with the CFMX for the client-side processing. So whatever the client-side processing that can be done, that can be processed with the CFMX for the client-side processing. And there are the JavaScripts that script can be embedded in the CFML technique or template and sent as a part of the HTML or HTML response. So whatever the response that is given in the HTML, that is also a part of the CFML templates. And JavaScript is a scripting language that is similar to the CS script. Everything is same, the tag is same, but the tags are exactly the same, but the syntax is very different from the JavaScript and the CS script. So it is a scripting language that is similar to the CS script that already discussed. And in contrast to the CS script, which is interpreted on the server side, JavaScript is executed on the client side. So whatever the JavaScript that is executed on the client side, that is available on the client side. And JavaScript code can be included in the CFMX template surrounded by the tags. That is a script language equals to JavaScript. That means we are including the tags, we are including the line, that is a language equals to JavaScript, then type equals to JavaScript, then script will be closed. This is the opening of the script and this is the closing of the script. So JavaScript is a scripting language that is similar to the CF script. The application domain of JavaScript is wide. That means the application domain means the area of the JavaScript is very wide, and most popular is probably use of the technology for validity checking of the answer. So whatever the answer that is given, that is use of the technology for validating or validity checking of the answers to form request before the form is submitted. So before the form is submitted, we are using the JavaScript for most of the technology for validating the content, for validating the checking of the answers. And client-side checking saves the transmitting, and client-side checking a possible a new request to the client because of the invalid answer. That means whenever we are using the client-side scripting, that saves the transmitting technique, that saves the transmitting whatever the transmit or whatever data we are transmitting. So that is saved in the client-side checking, and server-side checking that is used for the new request to the client side because of the invalid answers. And we shall consider another application, that is session test of this course that will be developed as a server-side application. So whatever the server-side application that is developed, that is used as a part of the server, or that is used as a part of the session test. And they have been developed the distributed application where the answer is done at the client side and server is engaged when you pass the test. That means when you are typing, when you're doing the test, when you are typing the answer, that is available at the client side, and when you are processing, your answers are evaluating, that is at the server side. As an example shortcut, we call the form template for the index.cfm in the example. Everything is same. This is the index, or this is the form.cf or form.cfm. There is a cf output. Then there is a script, that is a language equals to JavaScript. So language is available as a JavaScript, and the type is used as a text JavaScript. Then function evaluate. So this is the evaluate function. Now, if it will be used, that is a document.select.reply check document.write. That means it is available within the select or document.select.reply then check. So whatever the application, whatever the if function or the if condition will be used, that is used, and for the writing purpose, that is on the screen, that is used with the document.write. So we are using the document.write for writing on the screen. Then again, if document.select.reply 0.check, then document.write. Then if document.select.reply to check, then document.write. That means the if condition is used for the document writing. Then the script will be closed and the CF output will be closed. So this is the opening of the CF output. This is the opening of the script. This is the closing of the script. This is the closing of the CF output. Then font color equals to blue. H2 questions 7 from session 13. Then H2 will be closed. Font will be closed. Then I, italic, B, bold, that will be used. Then there's the form tag. The name equals to select, on submit equals to return false. That is the name is equals to the select. So the form is given as a name, that is a select, and the on submit button is used, that is also used as a return false. Then there is a p tag, that is a paragraph tag that is used. So within the paragraph, there is an input tag that is available. So for the p tag, so for the form tag that is used, that is there is a p tag, that is a program, or that is a paragraph tag. Then there is an input. The name equals to reply. That means we are creating the radio button. There are 4 radio buttons that is available. One radio button is a Java program. The next radio button is a scripting language. The next radio button is a Java utility. The next radio button is a Java interpreter. So there are 4 radio buttons that is available within this one. That is a Java program, scripting language, then Java utility, and then Java interpreter. And these all 4 radio buttons are available within the form tag. So what is the use of the form tag? That is only used for creating the radio button. That is the form name equals to select, on submit equals to return false, then input name equals to reply, type equals to radio, on click equals to evaluate. Then there is a form tag that is closed over here. The form with the questions and the answer is contained in the lines 11 to 19. It differs in the 2 respects from the server-side template form that is used in the test. So whatever the test that is available, that is used in the 2 aspects of the server-side script that is used in the test. And first, this form has no input tag. So there is no input tag that is used with this one, with the type equals to submit, because it should not be submitted to the server. So that is, there is no input tag that is available, that is submit equal to or type equals to submit, because it should not be submitted to the server. Instead, each input tag has a line 4 to 8 with the value attribute as a parameter. That means they are using the value attribute as a parameter. So they are using the parameter value for scripting the language, for doing the language. So this form has no input tag with the type equals to submit because it should not be submitted to the server. Instead, each input tag has an on-click attribute. So there is an on-click attribute. Whenever you click on the value, that is the evaluate function will be executed. This transfers the control to the JavaScript function, then evaluate function in line 4 to 8. There is an evaluate function that is available within the line 4 to 8. So this is the evaluate function. Now, what is the evaluate function? That is, if the reply is 1, then write this one. If the reply is 0, then write this one. Then if the reply is 2, then write this one. Then if the reply is 3, then write this one. So there are 4 replies that is available, so that will be executed as per the condition. So if the person is using the Java program, that goes to the 0. Then this is 1, then this is 2, this is 3. So these are going into the 3, that is 0, 1, 2, 3, that is available with the evaluate function. So this is the evaluate function, and this is the coding of the evaluate function that is executed within the or with the help of the curly braces. And this JavaScript function is executed locally at the client's computer by means of an interpreter included in the browser. So whatever the browser or whenever we are using the browser, that is interpreted with the help of the JavaScript function that is executed locally at the client computer by means of the interpreter. And the JavaScript function, that is the evaluate function, is surrounded by the script tag. So there is a script tag that is available that is used to execute the evaluate functions, which again is nested in the CF output tag. So that is available within the CF output tag in order to display the CFML based string. So there is a CFML based string that is used that is available with the CF output tags. And the evaluate function includes 4 if clauses. So there are 4 if clauses that I discussed. So these are the 4 if clauses. These are the 4 ifs. One is used for the 0, 1, 2, 3. Each of which test on one of the 4 alternative answers was checked or was checked. That means there are 4 alternative answers. What are the 4 alternative answers? There may be a Java program, that may be a scripting language, that may be a Java utility, that may be Java interpreter. These 4 are replied or these 4 are checked with this one. And the if condition makes use of a JavaScript document object method. That is a document.select.reply.checked, which select the option checked if it is impossible to check more than one answer. Note that while the answers are numbered from 1 to 4, the JavaScript runs through a list of the option in which they are numbered from the 0 to the 3. Again, what I said, this is from 1 to 4, and this is in the index, that means in the memory, it is stored from the 0 to the 4 because uh, remember the same concept as we are doing in the array, that is in the C programming. What we are doing in the array that starts with a 0, that is 0, 1, 2, 3. So in the same way, it starts from the 0 and number with the 3. Another document method, that is document.write, is used in the script to write if the checked alternative was correct or not. So this is used to check, this is used to carry out the script to write out if the checked alternative or if the alternative that is checked are correct or not. Now, the above discussion saves are the interaction between the client and the host. So this saves are interaction that is used between the client computer and the host computer, and let the client share part of the processing load with the host. So whatever the loading, whatever the content that is loaded with the content that is loaded with the client share part of the processing that load with the host. And with modern high memory capacity on the client side, so there is a more memory capacity with on the client side that is available, and even more efficient and realistic distribution will be used to transfer all the questions. So whatever the question that is available with all the question that is used with the answer that is prepared by the host for a client post requesting a test. So whatever the client that is requesting for the client, and let a JavaScript manage the complete test and report the final result only back to the server. So that is used with the server, that is used with the JavaScript, that is used to maintain the server, that is used to maintain the final result only back to the server. The next part is the Flash and the action script. That is how to use the Flash, or what are the various technology that is used with the Flash. That is the Flash and the action sports. So Flash has become known as a technology for developing the animations, because these are the various animated parts. For example, the Adobe Photoshop, Adobe Flash. So these are the various animated portion that is available with the Flash. So this is another category. So we have discussed about the JavaScript as well as the Cold Fusion. That is a part of the client-side scripting as well as the server-side scripting. And the next part is the Flash and the Action script. So Flash has become known as technology for developing the animations on the. So whenever we want to develop the animation, that is developed with the help of the Flash. However, the latest version of Flash MX, the scripting language ActionScript, the Flash remoting and the Cold Fusion MX represent together a very good environment for developing the advanced applications on the Mac. So for the Flash MX and the scripting language, that is the ActionScript, the Flash remoting and the Cold Fusion MX. So there are two parts. One is a Flash remoting, another is a Cold Fusion MX that represents a very good environment for developing the advanced application on the net. So for developing the advanced application on the net, so for developing the advanced applications or for developing the advanced applications on the net, it is using the Cold Fusion, it is using the remote Flash remoting, it is using the Flash remoting or the Cold Fusion MX for scripting the language. And developing such applications, what are the such applications? That is the Flash and the Action script requires a Flash MX, that is installation of Flash remoting and the Cold Fusion MX on the developer's computer. So that requires that the data will be stored in the Flash computer on the data script, that is the Flash remoting and the Cold Fusion MX on the developer computer. Running the developed and the tested application does not require more than any other Cold Fusion application. That does not require the more than Cold Fusion application. And to accept a run and run a Flash application, the client computer must have the Flash reader that is pre-installed. The Flash must have a reader. The Flash must have a client computer that is to use with the Flash reader that is pre-installed. The scripting languages, that is the action script such as the JavaScript and the CF script, is developed on the basis of ECMA 262 standard. So there is a standard that is available, that is the ECMA 262 standard. And the three languages that deviate all from the standard and each other, but there are obvious similarities. So there are obvious similarities that is used with the JavaScript, ActionScript, and the CF script. Now, the final flash is known as the movie that is saved with the SWF file. So these are the extensions of the movies that is saved within the flash. This is one of the example of the flash, that is a macromedia flash. This is the coding for the flash. Where we were. So the final flash result is known as the movie that is saved with the SWF file, that is saved with the SWF extension, which is generated from the flash or which is generated from a flash document. So that is generated with a flash document that is saved with the FLA file. So the flash or the movie is saved with the SWF file and the flash document is saved with the .fla file. And usually a document is created by means of the flash graphic authoring tool. So the document is created by means of the flash graphic authoring tool and the action script is used as a sequence of graphical frames. The document is created by means of the flash graphic authoring tool and the action script is used as a sequence of graphical frames that is connected to the script. So whatever the script, whatever the graphical technology that is used with the frame that is used or connected with the script. So the document is created by means of the flash graphing authority, that is figure number 1. This is figure number 1, that is the flash authoring tool. So these are the various flash authoring tool, and this action script is available or is done as a sequence of the graphical frame. So whenever we are using the graphical frame, that is the different parts of the graph that is connected to the script. As an elementary demonstration of flash application in combination with cold fusion. So whenever we are using the combination of the cold fusion, whenever we are using the flash applications in combination with cold fusions, that is both the languages are used at the same time, a small example is included. This is one of the example given in the next paragraph. This is one of the picture that is used that we cover, that is what are the various authoring tools that is encountered with this one. So this is the title bar, that is a Macromedia Flash MS Professional 2004. Then this is the untitled one, that is the first window. And these are the various menus that is available. One is the file menu, then there is the edit menu, then there is a view menu, insert, modify, test, command, control, window. So these are the various menus that is available to perform the various subtasks. That is a file, edit, view, insert, modify, test, commands, control, window, help. And these are the various tools that is available over here. This is the project, that is what are the projects that is used with this one. Then there is a color mixture. This is the color mixture. These are the components. So these are the various parts of the flash authoring tool. So first is the title bar. Title bar says the Macromedia Flash MX Professional 2004. Then there are various, we can see the menus. What are the various menus? That is the file, edit, view, insert, modify, test, commands, control, window, help. Then on the left hand side, these are the various tools that is available over here. These are the various toolbox. Then on the right hand side, these are the various projects that is available over here. And there's a color mixture. So one is a project tab, that is what are the various available projects that is used over here. Then what are the various colors or how we can combine the various color mixtures. Then there are various components like data components, data holder. This is a data set. Then RDBMS resolver, then web service character, then XML connector, then Excel update resolver. So these are the various components. Then these are the media components. So one is a data component, then next is a media component, then UI components. Right? And these are the various view buttons that is also a part of the tools. These are the various options. Then next is a component. Then next is the component inspector, that is how to inspect with the various components. Then next is a behavior, that is the behavior of the Flash tool. So these are the various tools that includes various untitled node that is used as a part of the Flash, and these are the various projects that is available with this one. This is a Flash authoring tool. That is what are the various tools that is used with this one. Now, scenario is again the session test of this code. That is what are the various session tests that is available with this scenario. This scenario I'm going to take after the break. So let's take a break and then consider this coding, that is the index.cfm. Right. Let's take a break right now. Then move to this part, that is the index.cfm. So come back from the break. Now let's start the session again. So next is the index.cfm that is used for the scenario that is given for the index.cfm that is used to call the Flash application which is loaded down onto your computer, that is a index.cfm. And during the loading process, we start by an HTML page, the existence of the Flash reader that is checked. So if it is exist or not, that is the Flash reader is checked, and if it is negative, also loaded before the movie. So that is loaded before the movie, that is the Flash reader is checked, and if negative, also loaded before the movie. This is the index.cfm that is encountered over here, and this is the center. Then there is a h3 tag, that is a heading 3 tag. Then there is a font color. Now what is a font color? That is given as a blue, and this is given in the h3 heading that is available within the h3, that is some slightly higher heading as compared to the another heading, that is the h3 headings. Then there is a p tag, that is a paragraph tag, that is do you want to take the session test, that is do you want to take the session test. This is given within the p tag. And again there is a p tag that is available, that is ahref equals to question.html. So that is achieved. So do you want to take the session test? So then there is a p tag, that is a paragraph tag. Then again there is a href that is equals to question.html. So there is the anchor tag that is available, that is given to the question.html. Then there is a yes, that is a yes condition is available, that is a yes is used as a anchor tag. Then there is a ahref, that is a list.cfm. So there is a list.cfm that is encountered over here. Then there is a no tag. So there is a no tag that is available, that is used within the no tag, or that is used as a no tag. So there is a list.cfm. So there is an anchor tag, that means linking will be used with the yes. Then this CFML template returns the question.cfm and attach flash movie file that is a question.awesome or SWF containing the flash application to the requesting client. So this template, whatever the template that is used that requests the requested or that requests the question.html. So there is a question.html that is attached with the flash movie file that is a question.swf that contains the flash application to the requesting client. The flash movie contains a sequence of the frame. So the flash movie that contains a sequence of the frames which are played subject to the control of the script also included in the SWF file. So whatever the SWF file that is whatever the SWF file that is contained in this one that is used to execute the data, that is used to execute the material that is used within the flash movie return type. So that is a flash movie return type that is available within this one. So which are placed subject to the control of the script that is also included in the SWF file. And in this example, there are 5 frames. There are total 5 frames that is used within this example. Now, what are the various 5 frames that is used within this example? One of the example is the image. The next example is the So one of the example that is available is the init. The next example is available as a continue. The next is a correct, incorrect, end. So these are the various 5 frames that is available within the flash movie that contains a sequence of the frame. One is the init, then there is a continue, then there is a correct, then there is a incorrect, then there is a end. So these are the 5 parts that is used with the flash movie maker, that is used with the flash, that is used with controlling of the script. That is the init, then there is a continue, then correct, incorrect, and end. And there is a flash or there is a frame in it that display a question and multi-choice answer. So there is a question that is displayed with the init, and there is a multi-choice answer that is also available with this one. So there are, we can see the multi-choice question that is available within the init, that is the initialization. And when the button is clicked, so whenever a user click on the button, these options are available with this one. That is a Java program, JavaScript language. This is the scenario. This is the flash frame init. So this is the one of the example of the flash frame init. And attached script directs by through the play to the continue. So there is a direct scripting, but there is a attached script that is available that is or directs the play through the continue session. That is the flash frame init. This is the first part. That is the init part. Then this is the flash frame continue. So this is the frame continue, that is, do you want to continue? So these are the various options that is used with this one. Do you want to continue? That is asked by the user, that is asked from the user, that is, do you want to continue with this one? There are 2 radio buttons again, there is a yes or the no. This is the same, that is, do you want to continue? Yes. If there is a yes, another scenario. If there is no, then simply quit the scenarios. Now this is the flash frame incorrect. Do you want to? Your answer are wrong. Correct answer is flash MX is a tool for the client side scripting. So if the answer is given as a wrong by the user, so this is displayed that your answer is wrong and the correct answer is this one. Again, this is asking, do you want to continue? Yes or no? If yes, again going to the next part. If no, there is no next part. Right? Then it depends on the double click. In passing continue to either 2 frames, the content of continue is activity there. So if you click on this one, the new link will be available with this one. The content is 2 buttons. So there are 2 buttons in this one, either yes or no. So there are 2 buttons that is used. Now 2 buttons are the yes or no. And the second script that is connected to both the correct and the incorrect. So there are 2 scripts that is available with the correct and the incorrect. That determines if the playhead should be moved back to the init or forward to the end. So there are 2 parts again in this one. That is moved to the init, that is moved to the forward part, that is moved to the end part. That depends on whether yes or no. No button of the overlay is clicked. So whatever the button that you click, if you are clicking on the yes button, then the next different scenario. If you click on the no button, then there is a different scenario. So it depends on the scenario that is used by either passing the content, either using the content that is passed the content by either yes or no. That is the correct or incorrect. Now this is the end of the question. Now click to send the result to the code fusion. That is the end scenario. Right. So there is an action script code that is also connected to the init frame that looks like this one. So this is the action script code that is connected to the init frame that looks like this one. That is the initialization. there is a variable that is access, that is a sum is a variable, then there is a stop function, then there is an answer one dot on release. So there is the answer one dot on release function that is also a part of the function. Then there is a go to and stop. So that is the go to is used with the and stop, and there is incorrect. Then curly braces will be closed. So this is the curly braces that is available. This is the opening curly braces. This is the closing curly braces. That is answer one dot on release equals to function. Then answer two dot on release equals to function, then go to and stop, that is a correct. So this is the first answer, that is a incorrect answer, then this is on correct, that is a function, that is go to and stop, that is a correct answer. So one is incorrect, one is a correct answer. Then answer 3 dot on release, that is equals to the function. Again there is an incorrect answer. Then again there is a 4, that is also the incorrect answer. That means only the one correct answer is available, that is the 2, for example. That is used with the action script. That is what is the action that is taken out for this script, that is connected to the init frame that looks like this one. That is answer one dot on release, then go to and stop, then answer two dot on release, then go to and stop correct, then incorrect, then again incorrect. So these are the 4 parts that is used with the action script code. Now, line 1 is an action script comment, while in line a variable called sum is defined. So line 1 is an action script. So this is the action script that is available with this one, that is the line number 1, that is the initialization part. And the line that the sum is defined out into the action script, and then the actions are to be stopped until an event occurs. Until an event occurs, the actions will be stopped over here. And 4 events with associated functions are defined in the line 4 to 17. That is defined in the line 4 to 17, and each correspond to the release of a mouse button over a radio button in the frame in it. So that depends on the radio button, that depends on the script that is available within this one, that is available within the tag that is used with moving the play head to one of the named frames. That is a correct or incorrect, or correct and incorrect. So this is the next part that is available with this one, that is action script, and there is an action script. So these are the various scripts that is used in this one, and there is a continue overlay frame that is also present, that is also passed and activated when the playhead is moved to either of the 2 frames that is mentioned above. So whatever the 2 frame or whatever the criteria that is using, that is passed and activated when the playhead is moved to either of the 2 frames that is mentioned above, that is displayed with the help of the continue overlay frames. And the script that is associated with the overlay frame is now. What are the various scripts, or what is the script that is available with the overlay frame? That is continue, then there is a stop, then yes button dot on release equals to function. So there is a yes button dot on release that is used as a, or that is a part of the function. Now what is the function says? That is go to and stop, then there is a init. So that is a go to and stop that is available, and there is an init part, that is the initialization part. Then curly braces will be closed and the semicolon will be available. Then again there is a no button dot on release equals to function, that is a no button is used, and there is a on release, then equals to the function, then go to and stop. So there is a go to and stop, that is a part of the end. So one is the function that is available with the init, and next function that is available as an end. So one is a button dot on release dot function, then go to and stop, then there is an end. So one is a stop function, and that is used with this one. And next, this is the yes button on dot on release, then no button dot on release. The continue frame, which is overlaid on both the correct and the incorrect frame, has a yes and a no button. So there is a yes and a no button that is used as the correct and the incorrect frame that has a yes and the no button. And when the mouse button is released over the yes frame button, the playhead is returned to the init frame. So the playhead is returned to the init frame, while when the mouse button is released over the no frame button, the playhead is moved to the end frame. That means the mouse button is released over the no frame button, the playhead is moved to the end frame, and there is a no frame that is available with the init frame that is moved to the end frame. Neither the correct nor the incorrect frame has a separate script associated with them. That is, neither the correct frame, neither the incorrect frame that have a separate script, that has a separate script that is associated with them, or that is associated to them. That is a continue frame, that is the correct or the incorrect frames. And the script connected to the end frames look like this one. This is the end frame. This is the end frame. Then if the sum is less than 1, so this is given as the sum is less than 1 if, then sum equals to 0. So if it is less than 1, then sum equals to 0. Then this dot create text field. Now the text field will be created that contains the result.txt. Then these are the various parameters that is used with the color combination that is used with the 1 200. That means these are the various pixels that is used for the creating the text boxes. Then this is text box, your number of correct answer is plus sum. So whatever the answer that is available with plus sum. And there is a transmit, that is the last bit that is available for the cold fusion, that is transmit. So there is a data center that is equal to the node load bars, then button underscore submit dot on release. So there is a on release button that is used with this one. So that is a button underscore submit dot on release. Then equals to function. So there is a data center that is available with this button. There is a data center dot send. There is a data center dot send that is available with this. So there is a button dot or button underscore submit dot on release equals to function. Then data center dot send. Then HTTP no old button dot net. Then courses and HSC. Then session. Then session 13 example that is used with a cell, and that is used with the get function. There is a get function that is used with this one, and there is a stop function. That is data center equals to no new load vars, then button script dot on release, then function, then data center dot send that is available with the transmit button. And there is a transmit script that creates an object known as a data center with the method known as the send. So there is a method that is available as a send. In our example, no data is sent. The method simply requests a CFMX page, that is a feedback.cfm from the server. So there is a CFMX page, that is a feedback.cfm from the server. And a more efficient technology that is known as a remote or flash remoting exists for the client-server collaboration. So there is the client-server collaboration that is used for the flash remoting. As flash itself, flash remoting is outside the scope of. Now this is sent from the CFMX tool that is used with this one. Now these are the various exercises questions that is used with this one. These are the two exercise questions. Now next session, that is session number 14, that is what are the various components. This is the last chapter of this, we can say the module, that is the components of the cold fusion, or what are the various components that is available for the cold fusion, right? So that's all for today's session. This new topic, new session, I'm going to start within the tomorrow's class, that is in the tomorrow's class. So thanks a lot everyone. Now any doubts, Joseph, so tell me the doubts. So thanks a lot everyone.
No doubt, sir.
Yes, Joseph, tell me.
There is no doubt, sir.
Pardon?
Can you hear me, sir?
Yes, tell me, Joseph.
Yes, I said there is no doubt. I'm still on the assignment.
Okay. Tell me the doubts, Joseph. Hello.
Hello, sir.
Yeah, are you able to hear me, Joseph?
Can you hear me, sir?
Yes, I'm able to hear
I
you.
can hear you.
Okay, so what is the doubt in the assignment?
No doubt for now, sir.
Okay, no doubt. So when you submit the assignment? Okay. Okay, Joseph. Okay, Joseph. So please hurry up, submit the assignments. All right.
Okay, sir.
So bye bye.
Bye, sir.